Hillary Clinton was asked last week, would she consider, or did she think that an Obama and Clinton on the same ticket would be viable? And she said, well, yeah, that might really be a possibility. And then she went on to say, of course, I want to be at the top of the ticket. And Obama, of course, wanted to be at the top of the ticket too. But in terms of the calculation there, would Obama, suppose Clinton gets the nomination, would Obama say yes to an invitation to be the running mate? Suppose Obama gets the nomination, would Clinton say yes? Well, here timing counts for a whole lot. Because I think you could make an argument that if Clinton wins the nomination and invites Obama, and this might well be a very smart move, because Obama clearly has what you could call the it factor in politics. And I've said that one of the reasons that we choose our presidents is they make us feel good or hopeful or something positive about ourselves and about our country. And Obama has that ability, especially with young people. My kids have gone crazy for Obama. And my students are crazy for Obama. And Obama, he's pulling voters, young voters, from the Republican side. Because people really respond to Obama's appeal to bring the country together. And I just saw a billboard on Obama where the operative word was hope. And you vote for Obama and you can feel good about yourself, you can hope for the future and all this. So now Hillary Clinton does not inspire those kinds of emotions. She inspires a different set of emotions, and emotions are critical here. There's a question of, okay, experience versus inexperience, judgment, and all that stuff. So if Clinton could talk Obama into joining the ticket, then it would make sense for her. She could hope to bring in a lot of this, especially youthful enthusiasm, and some of Obama's charisma would carry over to her, because of course they always have at least one vice presidential debate, and Obama almost certainly would come across very well there, and he'd be out on the stump campaigning for the Democratic ticket. And he would simply say, all the things that I stood for when I was running for president, I still stand for, and we're going to work for them. And it would make sense for him, because win or lose, if the Democratic ticket wins in this year, then he becomes Vice President of the United States. And that's a lot better, and I don't think I'm going to steal from a future lecture, but, well, here I'll just say one thing. Do you know what is absolutely unprecedented about the election of 2008? Now, we haven't actually chosen, finally, both nominees yet. But we do know something that is going to make this election different from every election in American history until now.
Three senators.
That's right. The two nominees will be sitting senators. This has never been the case before. And maybe I will elaborate in one of the future lectures on exactly what this means in terms of how you campaign. But for Obama, being Vice President of the United States is really a much better position if he wants to be president than being senator. Because the hardest problem about being a senator is that you have to vote on issues. So Jackson didn't want to be in the Senate again. But he couldn't figure out a way diplomatically of saying no. But he also understood that if he was in the Senate, he was going to have to vote on issues. He was going to have to vote on controversial topics like the tariff. And Jackson was in a position where, at this point, he was all things to all people, because nobody really knew what he stood for. And I would suggest that this is one of the attractions of Barack Obama. Because he doesn't have a track record, you can project on him everything that you wish about yourself and you wish about the country. If he stays in the Senate, he's going to lose that effect. John Edwards was smart the last go-round after he ran for vice president to resign from the Senate, because he knew that he was going to be up against this sort of thing. Anyway, this, by the way, is why senators never get elected president. There have only been 2 senators elected president. You know who they are?
Kennedy.
John Kennedy, Warren Harding, who is definitely not an advertisement for either a brilliant Senate career or a brilliant role in the White House. Anyway, so for Obama, the calculation is, yeah, vice president would be great. Because if the Democratic ticket loses this year, well, the blame is on Clinton. And her moment has passed, and his is just coming along. If they win, okay, then he's vice president. He'll be vice president. He'll be on the ticket again in 2012. And again, win or lose in 2012, he's the heir apparent. It's a little bit more problematic for Hillary Clinton. I have a hunch that this is Hillary Clinton's best shot at things. because one of the problems that she's encountering is what various people are describing as the Clinton fatigue factor. It seems like we've had the Clintons around forever. And here she suffers from her connection to Bill Clinton. I mean, she benefited from it because that's how she got her name into national politics. But, you know, we've seen Clintons around for a long time, and if she doesn't get it this time around, I think that her star is fading. And it might not have fallen just far enough. She might still get the nomination. It's going to be a very close call. But if she doesn't get it now, it's just going to continue to fade.